Christmas was gone at Ewood Park, and Blackburn Rovers are victorious with a 2-1 win over stodgy Millwall in a game that was petering out to a bloody tough old draw. And for Rovers, monstrous win, of course, that gets us not into the top 6, but guess what? It keeps us in the conversation as of course the season kicks into top gear, into the festive mode. Rovers 2-1 winners on the day. Oh, I think I'm losing my voice. We had a bit of a live action watch along, so with a lot of drama in that one, of course, and I think I'm losing my bloody voice. But yeah, overall, Rovers came out on top with 2-1 over Millwall, which puts us up to 9th in the table. You should see it over here somewhere, and that, if you take a look at it, actually just puts us 3 points adrift of second spot in the league. Goodness gracious me, and just 4 points off of top spot. That's how close it is. That's how important this game was. And again, it opens up a bit of a cushion between ourselves and maybe a 12th place Cardiff, 4 points clear of them now, as of course the season kicks into top gear. Of course, a little bit later on we'll do a detailed review of this match, take a look at the results elsewhere, but let's talk about today's match. Of course, goals from the main man himself, Harvey bloody Elliott, with a Bobby Dazzler, of course, to open up the scoring, to give Rovers the lead on this one. I've got to move this camera just a smidgen. That's right. So good, a smashing goal there, of course, from Rovers. I think Adam Armstrong had the layoff. I couldn't really recall, but it was a beautiful finish to put in the top corner. Again, Rovers took the lead. To be honest with you, I don't think we deserve the lead. In fact, to be honest with you, if I'm completely honest with you, I don't think we deserve the 3 points. But I'm going to take them because you know what, I don't want to say this, but champions or those are lucky enough to get promoted do win games like this. They can perform stodgy and grind out the results. To be honest with you, I think a draw would have been a fair result, but I would have been very disappointed with it because I saw this as a huge opportunity for Rovers to maybe just make this push, which we luckily enough done so to get ourselves closer to those illustrious top 6 spots. But anyway, Harvey Elliott with the Bobby Dazzler to open up the scoring. And then, of course, Millwall equalised with a Bobby Dazzler of their own. It was a pretty much carbon copy of Rovers' goals. It only lasted about 10 minutes later. Scott Malone rammed it home, beating Kaminsky. And again, it was fair play for Millwall. They were very, very good at this game, and it was one of those games that didn't really. There was not many realistic chances, despite when you look at the stats. It does show a lot of shots for both Rovers and Millwall, but ultimately no real clear-cut chances. Just 5 on target for Millwall, 4 for Rovers, and again, possession-wise was evenly split, but Rovers did edge it. So 1-1 it was at the break. And it wasn't, and it just looked like it was filtering through our fingers. And I think Millwall were there, and they were content with the draw, of course, at the end of it, to take the point and go back down to London, of course. And I'm sure they would have been over the moon with that. They would have come here, took the point, and I think they would have been the happier of the two sides. But Rovers kept on digging, despite creating very limited chances. And of course, Moby did throw the dice with the substitutions, rotating the midfield, and again with also some injuries and concerns occurring through the game. Big bad boy Brereton pulled up injured, which saw the introduction of who actually did who pulled him out at the first half. It was Tyrese Dolan coming on for Big Bad Boy Brereton to change it up a little bit. I don't know how bad that injury was. It looked like there was a stretcher coming out at one point, but eventually he did hobble off. So hopefully it's not too bad, and he could still maybe be in contention for Rovers on Saturday. But yeah, Rovers lost him. Mowbray threw the dice, made the changes. 3 substitutes come on in midfield to spruce it up. To be honest with you, they didn't change too much of it. But ultimately, at the end, it came down to a couple of scrambled efforts. I think Stuart Downing's effort was ricocheted off a Millwall man. And there's the man you want, right on cue. He's done nothing all game. Adam Armstrong sits. He saw Ivan Toney's cards, and he ousted him with a double aces there to make himself get himself back as top goal scorer once again. Adam Armstrong's scrappy effort was the winner on the 90th minute and some to give Rovers the big fat W, and again move us towards closer to those illustrious top 6 spots. Yeah, it was not the best performance, just like Barnsley. Hokey pokey performance, but ultimately it's 3 wins on the spin. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. 3 wins on the bounce. That doesn't happen much, folks. It doesn't happen much, folks. But now we've entered the month, the crazy month, the glorious month of December, and hopefully Rovers can actually have a good month of December. But it ain't going to be easy. Of course, our next 2 games, 2 difficult away games against Brentford, then Bristol City, and then hopefully we'll bring it back to Ewood Park, and again, hopefully kick on further towards the top of the table, of course. But yes, a little bit later on, we'll have a detailed review of this match, take a look at the match facts, match stats, and all that kind of stuff, and hear what the gaffer has to say and all that kind of juice. But I am absolutely knackered. This one's been a marathon from the get-go, and to be honest with you, I'm absolutely elated with it. Millwall, I did predict a 3-1 win for Rovers, but it was nothing like that today. We were very bitty. It was very scrappy, and you know what? I think Millwall are going to be all right. Of course, I think Millwall over years gone by have been relegation candidates mostly in the Championship, but I think Gary Rowett has turned this team around. And we did chat with a couple of Millwall fans on the watch along, and it is showing some signs of progress under Rowett. Not my choice of manager for them, but to be honest with you, results on the pitch, where are they now in the table? Mid-table still, they can still make a top 6 push themselves, especially if they play like they did today. But prior to this game, I think they drew 5 on the bounce, of course, but not today. Not today. They're going home, not with 1 point, but with absolutely none. And Rovers take all 3 points, and again move into the top 2. But well, not the top 2, but at least closer to the top 2. We're getting close, lads. We're getting close. Not performing well, not performing brilliantly like we've done in the past, but we're grinding out the results. Anyway, that's it for now. Until then, until a little bit later on, I'll have a detailed review later. And again, we preview Brentford tomorrow, so it's all come thick and fast. Until then, though, be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you all very, very soon for some more Rovers content right here at Blackburn Rovers.